Alrighty, so let's have a look underneath this. The sills, the inner sills from the outside, they look pretty belted out, but they ain't. If we grab this piece of metal, I wonder what this was. A hook. Right. See, she's not sacked as you think. Solid, but fucking rusty. So, same issue with the body mounts, right? They're all scabby, but you know, they're still on there. So let's move to the floor pan, firewall join, all this stuff. So the body mount's welded on here, like underneath the truck, and then there's the floor pan, and coming down the front of that is the firewall, and then on top of all of that, inside the car, which I'll show you on a different video a little bit later on, there's a reinforcement plate that sandwiches all that together. So here, between the body mount and the top, that's 3 skins thick. Anyway, so the next thing is these. They have a tendency to get water in because they're seam sealed from the top, and water can obviously get up the bottom of that and just slide right in there. So if you're buying a Mark II or a Mark I or whatever, then you're going to want to clean this up. Maybe slosh a bit of rust converter on there, I don't know, and then just, you know, maybe put some seam sealer on it or something. Stop the water getting up there, because from the ones I've looked at, you know, they've been both good and bad. I've been and looked at ones in dealerships and stuff, and they've wanted mega money for them, you know, 7 grand for a Mark II, that's not cheap. And the footwells have been pooched, you know, rotted all the way up to here. They've got a bit of leeway on them, you see, because it's a spot weld join. The floor pan's up here somewhere, and there's a 3-inch overlap sort of style, so they can rot a fair ways before they'll actually let water in and start to cause you problems. So look at the rest of the floor pan. Obviously she's a bit spotty, but it's not actually rust, if you know what I mean. It's just surface rust. Same on the driver's side, lots of surface rust, but nothing's really rotted out. These are pretty sorry, it looks like they've been dropped in the North Sea. Same with this, you know, got a bit of the old chocolate biscuit syndrome. But for the most part, these Japanese pickup trucks, you know, they're well built. Inside of the sill and everything is all painted. You just got to look after the underneath. And obviously don't let your inner wings get a bit like that, because she's just had it. End of the line. So that's the reinforcement plate I was talking about earlier. This is the section I cut out from around the body mount. This is obviously driver's side, and you can see how much rust has crept upwards. Now I've taken the soundproofing all off of here, and I've scraped all the seam sealer off as well, so you can see the actual shape of the panels and where they join. So the tunnel's up here, and that comes down and it finishes off straight. This is like your wheel arch, and this is like the firewall sort of deal, and that comes up. This plate, this reinforcement plate, it's actually quite big. It comes down to here, finishes halfway through this reinforcement thing on the floor pan, and then it comes right up a bit over the wheel arch, and basically just stiffens up all that body mount here. So from the bottom, she don't look, you know, mega rusty. You can obviously see that it's started to lift, and there's a lot of rust here. But yeah, basically it gets you where you can't see it. So the rust has crept in this join, and as you can see, it's crept behind each of these spot welds on the brace for the inner wing, where the inner wing comes down and spot welds to this. So my idea is to make a panel that comes from this front ledge of this reinforcement forwards up. Now obviously I'm not going to be able to do all this fancy shit here, but if I make a panel the right shape and another panel here and bend them, then at least I'll have some repair floor pans for a rainy day, and then when Black Thunder's got some time off the road or whatever, I don't know, next year, then I can drop them in when she gets a bit rustier. But we're sort of preempting the tin worm here.